During the first week, I work as a Salesforce developer, lead consultant with couple of projects. Love to read, write. I'm a traveler, and so that's about me. Let's get into the session. So today we'll see what Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud is. Some housekeeping rules. Please keep your mute on mic on mute. Keep adding questions in the chat. I'll try to answer them in the last 10 minutes. So this is the agenda for today. So first, let us understand what is consumer goods industry or CPG industry, or in Indian context, we call it the FMCG industry. So any merchandise consumers use and replace on a frequent basis comes under CPG or FMCG industry. So these items require routine replacement, replenishment, such as foods, beverages, tobacco, cosmetics, and household products, and businesses that produce, distribute, and sell these are CPG or FMCG companies. Some of the examples are Coca-Cola, Procter and Gamble, L'Oreal, HUL, etc., Parley, etc., etc. So there are two ways these companies operate. One is the retail execution. Second is the direct sales. Then what are the sales model of these companies? So they either operate in pre-sales model or van-based sales. Now let us understand why the entire retail execution piece is very important for these businesses. Now most of you will relate. Let's say you go to a D-Mart or a Reliance Mart to buy something. Now I go to a D-Mart. Let's say if I go without a list, I go to buy a packet of milk, but then I also get biscuits, chocolates, a lot of snacks. So this is how these companies trick us or make us buy more products by putting the right products at the right shelf, having the right promotion, one-on-one offer, 2+1 offer, and driving the sales from the shelf. So most of the sales for these companies, 95% to be precise, comes from physical stores, and business processes are designed to ensure that CG manufacturers' overall brand strategies is executed in retail stores. So the entire retail execution series of activities focusing on final phases of products journey, which seeks to capture customers' attention, come under the retail execution of the CPG industries. Then how, and now let us understand why the entire retail execution piece is so important that Salesforce had to come up with a product. Now, successful retail execution can lead to 3 to 5% sales uplift in a single category. And trust me, this is a lot. Someone like Hull would have $1 million top line just by increasing couple of percentage of their sales. As well as conversely, or poor retail execution can lead to 1 to 5% of sales downlift. So retail execution matters because consumers make 70% of their purchasing decisions at the point of purchase. So that is why Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud come into picture. So what is CG Cloud? So CG Cloud is a dedicated cloud for consumer goods industry, having out of box features for retail like placement, inventory, promotion, etc., etc. Apart from these features, there's a very powerful analytics and BI engine, which tells you which stores are doing good sales, which need improvement, what you're doing right for your business, and where you need improvement from. Now starting right from field sales rep to management, sales, service, trade promotion, retail execution, all of these problems can be solved. Sorry, I'm having a bad throat. Can be solved with Consumer Goods Cloud. Now, one very interesting detail about the CG Cloud is it was an Accenture's IP, which was later acquired by Salesforce and relaunched under the industry vertical as Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud. And Accenture used to call it REX, Retail Execution. So in lot of documentation, you would find references to Accenture's documentation. Now, how is CG Cloud different from traditional sales service, or why should businesses use CG Cloud instead of using sales and service or any other product out in the market? First, CG Cloud will become a one unified platform. Now, traditionally, how these businesses used to operate is they used to operate on spreadsheet, which were disconnected. Sales used to maintain their own spreadsheet, marketing used to maintain their own spreadsheet. Now, how do you build a one unified platform where my sales, service, marketing collaborate, communicate, and drive my business ahead. So this is where CG Cloud comes into picture. It just modernizes the route to market, building a single unified platform and single data layer. And then it optimizes the entire field execution piece, where instead my sales rep covering 10 store, he can now cover 15 store. And then it would bring customer at the center of each workflow. Now, what the route for market for CG companies? So how do any customer or any business adopt to CG Cloud, and what are the features they would get? First, they would be able to manage key accounts. Let us understand what a key account. Now, someone like Hindustan Unilever buying a CG Cloud, they would have their key accounts like DMart, Reliance, Big Bazaar, etc., etc. And then there would be small mom and pop stores. Now they can optimize their field execution, where field store they can create a perfect store using the CG Cloud. Then they can build around this. They can build the entire enterprise. They can transfer their B2B. They can have B2B commerce. They can build loyalty for their channel partners, etc. Now, these are some of the core products which can be used to build the entire enterprise grade application. So you can have the CG, we can have CG Cloud to build trade promotion, retail management piece. We can have Commerce Cloud for quick order punching, cart view, then fulfillment, Service Cloud for service request, Tableau CRM for BIPs, and then the entire loyalty management for incentivizing my channel partners or distributors, dealers, etc. What are the current trends in CG industry? First, experience over ownership. Now, the entire experience of buying something. Now, let's take an example of something like a maybe a Max store or a trend store, where everything is stacked up, things are not arranged properly, and conversely, let's take some store like Zara, where everything is arranged so nicely, the lightings are perfect, the product placed at the right place. So I would prefer the experience of Zara over experience of maybe Max or a trend. So this is how the CG industry operates. Then the data driven personalization become very important. Now something like nowadays baggy clothes are in fashion, or oversized t-shirts in the fashion. So businesses should be aware of this, what consumers needs, and they should be put at the right place at the right time. Then the entire omni-channel strategies, where brands have to be present at the right place at all available channels. And then brands fear the impact of emerging technologies like AI, and how they can leverage these technologies for their businesses. Some common challenges faced by CG industry. First, understanding and winning constrained consumers. Now, consumers would always go with a fixed brand. Let's say if I buy a t-shirt from, let's say, Max, I would always go with Max. So how do I change this customer behavior, where I want my customer to buy my product? Let's say, let's take an example of Hindustan Unilever. Now Hindustan Unilever might have 10, 15, 20 soap under their umbrella. Now let's say I go to DMart. How do I make consumer buy a newly launched product? So for that, I need to have it put at the right place. It should be put maybe at the top of the shelf, at the bottom, or the middle of the shelf. I need to have a right promotion, maybe a buy one get one initially, or 2+1. I need to have a right pricing. Now, another important challenge which CG companies face is balancing value and volume. Now, even we had seen this one of our implementation, where customer was able to meet the volume target. Let's say they set a target for 10,000 articles. They wanted to sell 10,000 articles in a month, but not value. They were not able to balance the value piece. By value, I mean they wanted to earn X dollar value on that article. So it is very important businesses balance the value and volume piece. Then meeting the customers where they are. Now something that works in Delhi might not work in Pune, something that works in Pune might not work in Bangalore, and something that works in Bangalore might not work anywhere. So it cannot be a vanilla thing that you sell same kind of t-shirt or same clothes throughout the country. It has to be region specific. You should know what customers buy where, and what should be put where. Then mastering the entire omni-channel experience, being present for your customers on all channels. Now these industries have a very complicated supply chain, and they don't have visibility. right? The product is manufactured at a place, then it goes under transit, it is in trucks, it is stuck in customs, it is again under delivery, or it is in the store on the shelf or off the shelf in customer's basket. So having that visibility, and then the entire inventory problem. Let's take an example. A DMart store sold 200 white t-shirt last month, but the same store is ordering 100 t-shirt this month. That means something is wrong. If my data is telling me they were able to sell 200 t-shirt, they are not ordered 100 more. So that tells me they are understock. So how do I solve the problem of understocking as well as overstocking? So let us understand how CG Cloud addresses these industry challenges. If I were to put it in one picture, this would be it. So CG Cloud would put the right stock. It would ensure each of my store is currently stocked. It is not overstocked. It is not understocked. I put the right product in right stock. Let's say if it is raining here in Pune, it is important that DMart puts the right promotion for raincoats or rainwear at right place, has the right display of the raincoats, has the right promotions, and at the right time. It doesn't make sense to have promotions running on raincoat in winter season. Same, let's say some place like Delhi which gets cold, or Kashmir which gets cold, so the sweater sold there will be different than the sweater sold here in Pune where it is not so cold. So it is very important that CG companies utilize the infrastructure CG Cloud has to enhance their business. Then how CG Cloud would empower field service rep to deliver perfect store execution more efficiently. So one of the key feature of CG Cloud is the offline mobile app. You heard me right. The CG Cloud offline app works offline. We'll see that as part of our today's demo. We'll see what sales folder is. We'll see what penny perfect pricing is. What is store cockpit and tablet UI. Then promotion based selling and entire maps piece. We'll see it as part of our today's demo. Then the retail execution piece. The retail execution piece would empower my field service rep to manage their every visit. They would have a set of tasks which would tell them they have to go to a store, then they have to take a order, they have to check on past invoices, then they have to perform a set of things like they have to check whether the things are in inventory, things are put at the right place, shelves are rightly stocked, you have a certain. So how this industries operate is, there's an industry term called planogram. So what planogram is, each company has a share of shelf. Let's say there is a shelf in DMart, so someone like Cadbury might have 50% of that shelf. So my field service rep, so field sales rep has to ensure that I own 50% of that shelf. Now this can be done manually, or this can be done using AI with Einstein vision, where he can just click a photo and system would tell me whether I'm having that 50% visibility, or if my products, how many faces my products have. It is visible from one face, it is visible from three sides, etc., etc. And then turning my order takers into order makers. They shouldn't just go saying, sir, what is the order? They should be order makers where they cross sell, where they upsell. They have features of AI that tell them, sell this product, don't sell this product. They have not been able to sell this product properly. Then improving efficiency in each visit. Let's say if my one of my stores is doing 60% of the visit, I want my sales rep to go there every day ideally. But how do I do that? My system should tell me what are my top priority stores where my sales rep should visit, what I should have, and visit optimization where system should tell me first I should visit this store, second I should visit this store, and so on. And then there should be review piece. How effective was my visit? Now first understand why these visits are important. Generally sales rep visits certain store. Let's say there's a sales rep of HUL, he visit a store, but instead of talking to the sales manager, he waste his most of his time doing checking things, checking inventory, taking orders, etc., etc. He should focus things which are important, like building relationship with the store manager. And how do I do this? I do this with an mobile application which empowers him to do his work more effectively. So instead of visiting 10 stores, he can now visit 15 stores. Then the entire power productivity to maximize selling. Each sales rep would have a 360-degree store review where he can see what promotions are running, what are upcoming promotion. Let's say if a earphone is out of stock in the entire area, how is this store still having earphones? That means something is wrong with this store. So he would be able to drive sell in and sell through promotions. And then the entire coaching piece, then delivering perfect execution regardless of connectivity. The CG Cloud app is a different app than the normal sales and service app that we have. It works offline. The entire penny perfect pricing just works offline, where he can navigate to a store, take orders, check collaterals, and do a lot of things. We'll see this as part of our today's demo. Then making my order takers into order makers. So why this is important is, so there's a concept in industry called penny perfect pricing. Let's understand what a penny perfect pricing is. Now let's say there is a product, there's a protein bar which costs 100 rupees. Then I'm running a promotion giving 10% discount, it comes to 90. Then DMart Pune being my preferred partner, I give additional 10% discount, it comes to 80. Then they have an volume based discount, it comes to 75. Then I have a sales agreement, they would buy 1,000 units from me each month, again it comes to 70. And then I can have taxes, etc. So how do I get to this pricing even offline without my sales rep making this calculation? So this is possible with the offline CG app. We'll see this as part of our today's demo. Then how to grow share of shelf with mobile order capture. Now taking signature of store manager saying the order is received, driving sell in or sell through vans. You would have seen Coca-Cola vans visiting small stores or big stores, selling van based sales and managing the entire sales agreement life cycle, or run rate businesses. So what is a run rate business? So run rate businesses operate like, let's say someone like Bajaj might have a sales agreement with one of their OEMs, where they would have an agreement saying, let's say if Yash would sell them 1,000 bricks on each month, so they have a sales agreement saying I would sell them 1,000 bricks each month at XXX or YYY price. So that is what sales agreement is, and even this can be streamlined with the CG Cloud. Then the entire BI piece, to prioritizing store visit, increasing average order value, recommending relevant product with the entire Einstein piece, increasing the effectivity of my field service rep, gathering feedbacks, and getting data from multiple sources into one single data source, which is Salesforce, and then running my BI around this. Sorry. Then these are some of the statistics that Salesforce has given, saying this would increase, it would, with suggestive order quantity there would be 10% increase in revenue, then 36% field service rep productivity. Now this has direct impact on my revenue. I'll just to give you an example. If my sales rep saves 12% time on each visit, that means he would be able to visit more stores. Also he would get more business, and then again there's dollar value saving for the time saved. So this is how the entire CG Cloud would help the retail execution piece. Then key benefits of CG Cloud. First, simplified selling. I don't have to rely on capabilities of one who is selling on the street or selling on the fleet on street, or my sales rep. The person who is strategizing for entire business can put that data on an handheld device to empower my sales rep to sell. Then account growth empowerment. I should be able to see how an account has grown. Let's say DMart Pune, last month they did $1 million sale, but what is the sales they have done this month? So it is less or more. I should be able to see month on month, year on year, quarter on quarter, how each account is performing. Now one of the very beautiful feature of the CG Cloud is I can see what is my sales at a store level. Now let's say I'm running a promotion on t-shirts where I give 20% discount. But let's say if I'm running, first it used to be managed on spreadsheet. The best they could do is see at territory level how much sales they have increased. First, let's say they used to sell 1 lakh t-shirt, but after running the promotion they were able to sell 1.5 lakh t-shirt, but they were not able to analyze which store contributed most to these sales. But the CG Cloud, they can see at store level which product is selling at what rate and what is their revenue. Then entire funds and budget management, because each promotion might have a budget to it, funds would be allocated. And then the perfect store execution, having merchandise placed at the right place. Let's say if I am placing a merchandise saying there's a buy one get one offer right at the entrance. How do I streamline this and ensure my sales rep, when he visits the store, he checks this thing? And all of this would lead to the enhanced customer satisfaction. This is a 10,000 feet CG Cloud data model, where at the top you can see the functional capabilities, at the bottom the platform capabilities. The channels are from where customers buy. So they are sales and service channel. Sales channel can be a store, a retail outlet, and then an online store, etc., etc. Or then service-based channel, emails, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And then the functional capabilities you can build around. Let's say with channel management, you can build loyalty piece. With sales, you can streamline the sales piece. Then you can have the entire commerce piece built with the commerce portal, and the marketing and community for self-service, etc., etc. Then platform enablers like a single source of truth like Salesforce CDP, identity, Einstein bots. Then AI piece to this, AI or BI piece to this with Einstein, Tableau, etc. And you can integrate with your various system with Mule or point-to-point integration, or with Salesforce Connect. For fulfillment, you can integrate with order management system. You can integrate with your ARP, etc., etc. So these are some of the case studies, how Salesforce consumer goods unlocked value for these businesses. Let's say 35% increase in successful order transmission, 1.7x increase in targeted customer visit with Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud. Second is ABN Bev, a company that manufactures, a very famous company. So how they were able to leverage Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud. Now let's see things in flesh and okay, perfect. First, we'll see the visit module, where we can plan visits. The visits are available in the mobile app, and then you can navigate through via Google Maps. It would navigate you through Google Maps, and then these are different kind of visits that I have planned. So there's a visit to DMart Pune, let's say. So I can see what are the planned date, end date, status, then notes, then what is the visit template I have created. So it has those tasks under it. Then under related list, I would be able to see the activities, cases, samples given, visit job, visit list, etc. Then in view questions, I can configure the questions I want my sales rep to answer on the field. I'll just go back. This would take some time to load. Then surveys are the surveys I give to store managers to complete to gather feedback. Promotions, I would be able to see promotions I'm running at the store. In view order, I can see what are the orders placed by that store with me. Same goes for mobile. It has a very powerful capability to place orders. So these are the orders that are placed. Then it would have some products, promotions, taxing information, signature capture. I can generate the invoice via mobile and share it directly through email, WhatsApp, the way we share it from our mobile. I can collect cash payments. I can have return orders. Let's say if certain products are returned, I can have return orders as well. And then there's signature attachment piece to this. Now, there's a very powerful inventory module to this. Also, I can define my KPIs. Let's say if I want a KPI saying this store should this product in this duration, I can have that KPI defined. So I can have KPIs around retail store. I can have KPIs around visits, the business I get in each visit. Then the inventory module. I'll just go to the inventory, where I can see how my inventory is moving, what are the things, where they are placed, what is they are in quota, cash float, etc., etc. What is the product, who is the user, and then the BI piece to this. Let's say I had visited DMart Pune. Then these are Einstein alert. The Einstein alerts tell me product sales is in decline for Alpine Energy drink. Ensure promotion is displayed correctly. This is the Einstein piece. Then sell in secondary placement at checkout or at end cap display for this. Then my last visit performance. How did my last visit go? So this is my performance for last visit. This is CRM analytics that is showing me what is the store compliance, and then what is the task completion rate, and then the entire Einstein piece, sales Einstein, where I can tell it to do certain tasks, etc., etc. Then this is my store 360. What are the files that I should have handy, or promotional material handy to me? Cases open. What is the store layout? How is the assortment or products to be placed in store? What is the POS point of sale placed there? So let's say I have a fridge there. So how is the fridge placed or refrigerator placed? Is it stocked? Is it not stocked? And then the retail execution piece where I have my visits planned, I take orders, I have assets placed there, and then the survey piece to this. Then the entire BI piece where I see how I'm doing. Let's say I'll just change the duration for the dashboards so they are meaningful. So I can see what is the compliance, what are the store visits, what is the revenue, what is the revenue growth year on year, what is the quantity of product selling, how many products I'm selling, average of compliance, then average out of stock, and then there's more to this. I can just drill down as in how I like, what are the out of stock rates, what is the facing rate, how the pricing is going, promotion is going. Then one of the things that we discussed was the product piece. I can see till product level how I'm performing. So I'll just showcase how the product view would look like. So I can see product by product what is my revenue, and then what is my average order value, and I can select the KPI. My KPI can be average distribution compliance, then my top 20 products, 20 to 80% product, bottom 20% products, then my all categories promotions. So this promotion had resulted in this much value. I can see this BIPs. Then what are my distribution voids or where I'm lacking in distribution? Just let me change the time frame. Then I can see revenue. What is the product that is driving my revenue? So energy drinks are driving my revenue. So what is my sum of revenue? 8,87,000. And then revenue versus quantity. I can have this state by state, city by city, category, quantity, product by product, product grouped under product category. Then the consumer insight. Consumer insight would tell me what is the general distribution, life stage of distribution, what is the income distribution, and then I can drill down further. And then there would be a AI piece on the home page, but it would tell me I have not, this customer has not given me an order for this many days. Then the inventory check, and then finally the maps piece where Salesforce Maps would tell me what are the stores I should visit. It would have AI based recommendation telling me these are my high priority stores I should visit. Or let's say if a festive season is coming, I should be visiting these stores. So also one of the thing that you can do is you can have FSL for very complex implementation, but for simple implementation where you want your sales rep to go visit, take orders, I think Maps would do. Then here you have Einstein recommended visits where Einstein would tell you on the map where you have to visit. So these are the places that Einstein is telling you. These are hot places that I should visit. And then my territory, that stores which are assigned to me, then I can plot, I can route. All of this is available in my mobile view. This is my schedule and these are my list, etc, etc. So one more thing I wanted to showcase is the offline device capability that we talked about. This is more from an admin view where I can see what are the admin users for my mobile view. Then if I go to each sync, I see the log for the sync, whether the sync was successful. I can configure the sync, maybe first sync of the day or before every time he comes online, or I can have him force synced. Then the API calls made, then the remote request and logs for this request, all of this is visible. So even if there's some issue or some error, the logs can be tracked back. So that's it from my end. Opening the floor for questions.
As pro, there is some questions.
Sorry.
There is 2 to 3 questions. Could you please show
Yeah,
us
yeah, yeah.
how to set up CG Cloud in web and mobile?
In mobile, I'm not able to share the mobile screen. That is the issue.
Okay, okay.
So Shantanu, could you please show how do we set up CG Cloud in web and mobile? So Salesforce is a agnostic solution, as you know, Shantanu. So you don't have to set up anything in mobile. Anything that you set up on desktop is automatically available on mobile. Second, there are two different apps. One is the normal Salesforce app, and one is the CG Cloud app. You can install the app from the App Store or Play Store. Just turn yourself a developer org, and then you'll be able to see things.
So, hi Yash, this is Shantanu.
Yeah.
So, Yash, actually, I have a couple of questions. So, uh, the first question would be definitely like, let's suppose like customer has a demand of setting up this CG Cloud. Okay,
Yeah.
and like how do I actually set up? What are the prerequisite to set this up consumer goods cloud? And additional to that, actually, is it go hand in hand with a normal sales org? I mean, because few of the objects I know, like for example, account contact are same. Okay,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
in that case, setting up a separate org strategy. So should we like migrate our sales org account contact to the CG cloud, or if in case CG cloud can be like implemented on the same sales org, can we use those account contact? So what are the challenges we would have in that case to set this up? If
Yeah.
let's just sales org, yeah.
So let us take this in bits and pieces. I think this is more from an architectural perspective or business perspective, where how they want to strategize. They want to have a single org, uh, because that is how they want the reporting to be. They should have a single source of truth and have everything set up at one place. Then they can have CG Cloud set up on their normal sales org, or they can have a different org, maybe due to compliance issues or PII data issues. That is, I think, that is a very business call.
Like,
Second,
generally, what you have seen, like, is it like normally we would have generally like we use a separate org in order to set this consumer goods cloud, or like it's the same
I
org we can do that? I mean,
I
what?
have, to be frank, I have been part of implementations where it has been set up on a new org. I have not been part of an implementation where it was set up on the same org where you just did a lift and shift. Whatever you had on your previous Salesforce implementation, you just shifted it here because the objects are shared. Things would become easy, but they are very specific object to consumer goods that you need to set up. Now, let's say you'll have an account the way we have in Sales Cloud or any platform. DMart would be your account, but retail store would come under the retail group where you would set up child store, DMart Pune, DMart Baner, DMart Ond, DMart Delhi, DMart Bangalore, etc., etc. So the data model would be different.
Yeah, so in that case, like, do I need to like migrate all my account and contact to the CG Cloud as well, like, or I mean, what exactly?
If
Because
it is
we
being
can't
set up
create
on
customer
the
account again, right?
Yeah,
Like,
if it is being set up on the same org, there's no need to migrate. If it is being set up on a different org, definitely you'll have to lift and shift. But that should be easy, right? Because you would have same set of feeds, business remains same, so that shouldn't be an issue.
any more related object? I know like product inventory are also like we can use it for CG Cloud perspective. So apart
See,
from that, anything else?
no,
Are
no, the data model is different, but it is definitely one thing that I want to highlight is it is built on the Sales Cloud data model.
okay,
So the same there would be forecasting, Einstein bit forecasting, but it is strongly built on the Sales Cloud data model and not on the industry's data model.
okay. And how do we actually deploy the changes? Like, is there any separate measurement I need to take care, like while deploying or moving the changes to the higher org, and how what
No,
would be
no, the
like
way we deploy it with chain sets,
normal change set, right?
normal
So
chain set. It is as good as Sales Cloud, but with a flavor of industry.
okay, and can you please like touch upon like how do we actually set up this consumer goods cloud? What are the users and permission sets we need to? Because like I know like should be a manufacturer, product owner, and then the consumer who is actually buying the product. I mean the vendors who would be buying the product from the
Correct,
product owner, right? So
correct, correct, correct.
how like what kind of like user sets or the permission we need to apply it, and how do we do it? Because like if I got an org, like how do I set this up actually? So how,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So for CG Cloud, you have different permissions like CG Cloud account segmentation, CG Cloud business admin, CG Cloud CAM, CG Cloud sales support, CG Cloud supervisor, and then the CRM analytics user, etc., etc. So based on persona, you set it up. So someone like my fleet on street sales guy would have a CAM profile. My manager would have maybe CRM analytics permission set assigned. So that is how we set up.
Okay, so let's suppose I need to set up like do you have any link which you can share to set this up? If I need to set this up in the sandbox org, or maybe can we
Yeah, yeah,
do
yeah.
that? Yeah,
I just give me a minute. I'll just share a very good link. Do you have a partner access?
I do have, yes, yeah.
Yes, just hold on. I just have it handy. I have. Are you aware about the Pocket Guide?
Yeah, I do have, yeah. Yeah, the
Okay.
quick link you are talking about, right?
Yep, 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 yep. I'll just share it for everyone. So this is a quip link that has all the articles linked to the org. link to Trailhead, link to Salesforce collaterals, which you can use for setting up your demo org, and then it would have a detailed implementation handbook that we get for other implementations as well. Salesforce comes up with this. I don't know what is it called. I like to call it the cookbook. Team, any questions, queries, feedback?
There is no other
Uh,
questions. Yes,
and is there any part of automation we can achieve? Yes, like is there any? I mean, what are the areas of automation over here? Like what could we automate in kind of CG cloud application?
So one is now being built on the Salesforce platform. We can always use triggers, flows, batches to run SFA. Now,
Hmm.
certain automations that you can build is having visits automatically created for a sales rep rather than manually creating visits. Now, first, let's say I am a sales rep. There are certain accounts assigned to me. I should visit that account at certain interval. I can have this visit set up. Then I can have automation set up for product refill. Let's say if certain store is selling 100 products each month, why shouldn't I automatically send him an 100 product on first of each month? Then I can have automation set up for uh, I think it boils down to each business, what are things that are specific to their business and how they want to build it.
Okay, okay, fine, fine.
thank you, yes, bro. There is no other
Thank you, yes.
questions.
Okay.
Thank you for giving time for the today's session. I know today is your weekend. Actually, give time for our
No, bro.
trailblazers.
It was pleasure interacting with everyone. I'm super thankful to all the attendees taking out time on a Saturday joining this. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice weekend. I really appreciate all of you joining.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for time. Once again, thank you, yes, bro, for giving the
Thank
time
you,
for our
Rohit. Thank you,
session.
Ankita. Glad you liked the session.